Good morning. Let us continue. Vitamin A. Okay. So, you have already seen what are the sources, what are the chemistry and forms of vitamin A and their clinical sources, provitamin form, and functions of vitamins. So, as I told, what are the sources of this vitamin? What are the forms of these vitamin? Three compounds of vitamin A, forms of vitamin A: retinol, aldehyde, retinol is a alcohol, retinoic acid is carboxylic acid, COOH. So, retinol, and retinoic acid are three forms of vitamin A. So, what is the chemistry? It is vitamin A contains cyclohexanyl ring, beta ion ring with polyisoprene side chain. Okay. So, provitamin found most commonly found in plant is beta carotene. Okay. So, one molecule of beta carotene consists of two molecules of vitamin A. There are also alpha, beta, and gamma carotenes found in plants, but beta carotene is most commonly found provitamin of provitamins of vitamin A. That is one of the multiple choice or one word question. What is the provitamin of vitamin A, which is most commonly found in plant? Beta carotene. Okay, these are called carotenes, together called carotenes. So, beta carotene. So, what are the sources? Fish and liver oil, rich sources. Milk, liver, egg yolk, they are good sources. Okay. Vegetables, mainly yellow colored vegetable. Okay, like papaya, mango, carrot, which contains beta carotenes. Mango, carrot, papaya and all, they are yellow colored, pigmented. They are rich in beta carotenes. So, you have already seen these things. So, in brief, what is the function of vitamin A in the vision? Function mainly in the vision. Okay, role of vitamin A in the vision. Okay, there are two types of cells in the retina. Okay, they are rod cells and cone cells. Cone, cone cells, rod cells and cone cells present in retina. They are responsible for vision. Rhodopsin, which is a conjugated protein present in rod cells, is responsible for vision in dim light. Okay. And cone cells is required for vision in bright light and color vision. Cone cells are required for vision in bright light and color vision. Rhodopsin present in rod cells is responsible for vision in dim light. So, rhodopsin is responsible for rhodopsin, which is a conjugated protein present in retina, is responsible for vision in dim light. Oh, you have already seen this cycle, walled visual cycle. Okay. So, you have already seen this cycle. So, again I don't want to say. 11th is retinol plus opsin is actually rhodopsin. Rhodopsin is nothing but it's a conjugated protein. When light falls, okay, it is converted to opsin and all-trans retinol. Okay. All-trans retinol changes into its isomerase. 11th is retinol, in the presence of retinol isomerase. Okay. 11th is retinol plus opsin, again converted back to rhodopsin. Also, in the liver, okay, in the liver what happens? Conversion of all trans retinol retinol to 11-cis retinol is incomplete actually. That is the second one. Conversion of ultrans retinol to 11-cis retinol, you can see in the middle one, it is incomplete actually. So most of the ultrans retinol, okay, which is formed by 11-cis rhodopsin, ultrans retinol is transported to liver and it's converted to 11-cis retinol alcohol, you can see the down, by alcohol dehydrogenase. This takes place in the liver. Ultrans retinol reduces, it undergoes isomerization. Ultrans retinol OL, NOL retinol undergoes isomerization to 11-cis retinol, which is ultrans to 11-cis. There is the isomerization reaction in the liver, and this 11-cis retinol is 11-cis retinol down left side, you can see 11-cis retinol is oxidized to 11-cis retinol aldehyde, okay, up 11-cis retinol is the aldehyde, okay, and participate in the visual cycle. How? 11-cis retinol NaL plus opsin, it is converted to rhodopsin. So actually here rhodopsin is regenerated, okay. So this is again what we call visual cascade. Walled visual cycle, you can write this enough. Visual cascade, it may or may not required for you. You should just know little bit detail. That is all. No need to get more confusion, okay. So visual cascade, actually when light strikes on retina, a number of biochemical changes takes place. There is a membrane hyperpolarization, okay. So you already studied in physiology, studying in physiology, hyperpolarization generate action potential. There is a generation of nerve impulse, okay. When light strikes on retina, a number of biochemical changes occurs. So there is membrane hyperpolarization, generation of nerve impulse. Hyperpolarization is brought about by visual cascade, okay, involving cGMP. cGMP means cyclic GMP. GMP means guanosine monophosphate. Guanosine monophosphate is a nucleotide. You know what is nucleotide, like ATP, adenosine triphosphate. So actually guanosine monophosphate is a nucleotide, okay, so which is produced from guanosine triphosphate. This cyclic GMP, actually these act as a second messengers. They are required for calcium homeostasis, okay, vasodilation, okay, all these things, this cyclic GMP is required, okay. So visual cascade, when photon is absorbed by rhodopsin, there is a formation of a compound called meta-rhodopsin second. This meta-rhodopsin activate the protein transducin. So transducin is a protein which is activated by meta-rhodopsin second, okay, which involves guanosine triphosphate. So activated transducin. So how transducin is activated by meta-rhodopsin second, which is produced by rhodopsin, okay. So activated transducin is nothing but protein, okay. Active transducin further activate enzyme cyclic GMP phosphodiesterase. So activated transducin is activates enzyme cyclic GMP phosphodiesterase. This phosphodiesterase, cyclic GMP phosphodiesterase, actually degrades 3 prime 5 prime GMP to 5 prime GMP, okay. So no need to worry too much details. rapid decrease, there is one down arrow mark in cyclic GMP, closes sodium channels in the membranes of the rod. There is a leading to hyperpolarization and excitatory response transmitted as nerve impulse to brain. Okay, this is actually what we call visual cascade. Okay, so when light strikes on retina, a number of biochemical changes leading to membrane hyperpolarization, there is generation of nerve impulse. Hyperpolarization is brought about by a visual cascade involving cyclic GMP, guanosine monophosphate, which is a second messenger actually. This cyclic, when photon is absorbed by rhodopsin, there is a formation of a compound called metarhodopsin. Again, there is a detailed reactions is there, that is not required. You just remember there is a formation of metarhodopsin second, which activates the protein transducin, okay, which involves GTP, because GTP is again converted to GMP. Activated transducin further activates enzyme cyclic GMP phosphodiesterase. This cyclic GMP phosphodiesterase breaks down 3' 5' GMP to 5' GMP. So there is a rapid decrease in the cyclic GMP, which closes sodium channels in the membranes of the rod. There is a which leads to hyperpolarization and excitatory response is transmitted as nerve impulse to brain. Okay, nerve impulse to brain. This is actually visual cascade. Okay, there is one term called dark adaptation time. See, bright light decrease the storage of rhodopsin in rods. Why? Because you have seen here, see, when light falls, rhodopsin is converted to, what is rhodopsin? Leven's retinol plus opsin is converted to all-trans retinol plus and opsin, all-trans retinol and opsin. There is a conversion of rhodopsin Leven's to all-trans retinol. Okay, so which is further which is again transformed to Leven's retinol plus opsin, again rhodopsin is regenerated. But in when light falls, there is a change in rhodopsin. Okay, that is why see here, when bright light is there, which depletes the storage of rhodopsin, because there is a conversion of rhodopsin to all-trans retinol. Okay, therefore when a person shifts suddenly from bright light to dim light area, there is a difficulty in seeing. This you can observe in when you suddenly goes from hot summer, from bright light to enter a dark classroom, you feel nothing can be seen at the moment. Okay, after sometimes within few seconds, like, or everything becomes normal. Okay, so bright light depletes the storage of rhodopsin in rods. Okay, so it is utilized rhodopsin. Therefore when person shift suddenly from bright light to dim light area, there is difficulty in seeing. This becomes normal after some time in normal individual. After a few minutes, rhodopsin is resynthesized and vision is improved. Okay, after a few minutes, rhodopsin is resynthesized and vision is improved. This period is called dark adaptation time. Okay, okay, so the time required for rhodopsin resynthesis. Okay, so when there is more and more bright light, storage of rhodopsin decreases. But resynthesis of rhodopsin takes some time. This time gap is called dark adaptation time. The time required for resynthesis of rhodopsin actually, okay. This period is called dark adaptation time. This dark adaptation time is increased in vitamin A deficiency, okay. Vitamin A deficiency. Dark adaptation time is increased in vitamin A deficiency, okay. So this is the one term you should remember, dark adaptation time. See, another function, one is for vision. For that you have seen this one, walled visual cycle, how this vitamin E required for vision, okay, in the rhodopsin, okay. So next functions, vitamin A functions due to cell differentiation. Retinol and retinoic acid act as a hormone and affect the transcription, that is the RNA synthesis of specific hormones. There are three. A is maintenance of epithelial tissue. It is required for normal differentiation and mucus secretion of epithelial tissue, and it is also prevent keratinization of epithelial tissue. You know that keratin is a protein, okay, which is a structural protein actually, keratin, okay. Usually keratin is present in nail, hair and all. There it is normal. But if surface cytoplasm tissues, cytoplasm becomes more and more, if there is a deposition of more and more keratin, it is called keratinization. So in some cases it is abnormal, becomes that particular place becomes hardens, it thickens or hardens, okay, it becomes brittle, thickens or hardens, that is called deposition of keratin, abnormal deposition of keratin, okay. So keratin is a structural protein which is present in mainly nail, hair and all. So retinol and retinoic acid, so required for the maintenance of epithelial tissue, actually required for the normal differentiation and mucus secretion of epithelial tissue, and it also prevent keratinization of epithelial tissue. Vitamin A increases the synthesis of glycoprotein, which is one of the constituent of cell membrane. You know that glycoprotein is phospholipid and glycoprotein, one of the constituent of cell membrane and mucus secretion. So this is the first one, A, maintenance of epithelial tissue. Second one, normal reproduction. Actually vitamin A, it support spermatogenesis, formation of sperms, okay, and oogenesis means formation of egg, and placental development also this vitamin A is required. Also maintenance of proper immune system to fight against various infections, vitamin A is required. So this is actually functions due to cell differentiation, maintenance of epithelial tissue, normal reproduction, and maintenance of proper immune system to fight against various infections. Also this beta carotene act as an antioxidant. From where you will get beta carotene is present in is a vitamin, it's a provitamin of vitamin A, present in mainly plant food like yellow colored pumpkin, carrot and all. Beta carotene can be cleaved into two molecules of vitamin A. So beta carotene functions as antioxidant. You know that antioxidants are compounds which remove free radicals. Free radicals harms to cell membrane, they damage the cell, okay, integrity of cell membrane. So these antioxidants remove free radicals. So beta carotene functions as antioxidant and reduces the risk of cancers caused by free radicals. So functions of antioxidant is remove the free radical. Free radical definitely harmful to the tissue, to the cell. Okay. So now let us see the function deficiency of vitamin A. So students remember, usually vitamin A may be asked as 10 marks questions. So it will be asked as chemistry, that is beta ion ring. Then also you have to write about retinol and retinoic acid. Also you have to write about this RDA, recommended dietary allowance, and source. Okay, and also you have to write about the biochemical functions in the vision, rhodopsin, then cell differentiation and all. Then finally you had there is a sub question maybe about deficiency. Night blindness or nectalpia or night blindness is due to deficiency of vitamin A. Vitamin A is required for the vision in dim light. Okay, that is rods. Vitamin A is required for the vision in dim light. So deficiency of vitamin A causes night blindness. Okay, it is the earliest manifestation. So visual acuity is diminished in dim light. Acuity means sharpness. Okay, clarity or sharpness. So night blindness is actually earliest signs of vitamin A deficiency. Night blindness actually earliest sign of vitamin A deficiency. There we can see as even visual acuity, that is sharpness or clarity, is diminished in dim light. So dark adaptation time is increased. What is dark adaptation time? Okay, this already explained. Bright light depletes the storage of rhodopsin in rods. For resynthesis of rhodopsin requires certain time. Okay, but this period, resynthesizing period, is prolonged in vitamin A deficient persons. Okay, so dark adaptation time is increased in vitamin A deficiency. So next, this is the earliest manifestation is nectalpia. Earliest manifestation or signs of vitamin A deficiency is night blindness. This may be asked as one word or multiple choice question. Okay, so one mark or multiple choice question. Okay, night blindness is caused by the deficiency of option A vitamin A, option B vitamin D, option C vitamin B1, like so. One word question. See, first is symptom is night blindness. There is a prolonged dark adaptation time. Next is xerophthalmia. Ophthalmia means related to eye. Okay, xerophthalmia means dryness of the eye. Keratinization occurs in cornea and conjunctiva of eyes. Keratinization more means what happens? That area becomes harder and thick. So keratinization occurs in cornea and conjunctiva of eyes, causing dryness because of this increased thickness of these tissues. So there is a dryness in the conjunctiva of the eye. Dryness of conjunctiva is termed as conjunctival xerosis, which is the first clinical signs of vitamin A deficiency. This can be treated. Xerosis. What is xerosis? Dryness of conjunctiva is termed as conjunctival xerosis. Cause is vitamin A deficiency. First is the sign only. This is okay. Earliest manifestation, but clinical symptoms occurs here. See, this is the first clinical sign of vitamin A deficiency, which one? Xerosis, that is keratinization of conjunctiva, dryness of conjunctiva. In certain areas of conjunctiva, White triangular patches called Bitot spots are seen. Bitot spots are seen. Dryness of cornea is termed as corneal xerosis. Okay. So, what is the how to identify xerophthalmia? That is dryness of the eye, that is dryness of the conjunctiva. There is a presence of Bitot spots. It is like silvery deposition, okay, in the cornea. Okay. In the certain areas of conjunctiva, the triangular patches, silvery patches. Okay. So next is further, if not treated xerophthalmia, it leads to keratomalacia. If untreated xerophthalmia result in what is xerophthalmia? Dryness of the eye because of keratinization of cornea. So, if untreated xerophthalmia, that is result in corneal ulceration, there is a bleeding, okay, redness, tissue necrosis and bleeding, ulceration and degeneration, softening of the cornea, that is softening of the cornea. This is together called keratomalacia. There is a perforation of cornea leading to total blindness. So, if you are not treated until xerophthalmia, there is chance of keratomalacia. This causes keratomalacia, causes blindness. So now you understand the importance of vitamin A in vision. Okay. So assessment of deficiencies: dark adaptation time is prolonged, retinol binding protein is decreased level of vitamin A in the serum. This is the signs of keratomalacia. So night blindness, xerophthalmia, dryness of the eye, finally keratomalacia. So Bitot spots are seen in xerophthalmia. Okay. So these are the signs. So vitamin A increase, hypervitaminosis means increase in the vitamin content. This is possibility because these are fat soluble vitamins. So excess is stored in the liver. Excess consumption of vitamin A can lead to toxicity since vitamin A is stored in the liver. Symptoms: anorexia, headache, irritability, dry itching, drowsiness, peeling of the skin and eye. Okay, these are the symptoms. Just see enough. More importance is given to vitamin A deficiency. Okay, night blindness, xerophthalmia and keratomalacia. There is a decreased dark adaptation time. Okay. So this is just to show, no need to write diagrams and all. Bitot spots, you can see there silvery deposit, homey area, keratinizing squamous metaplasia of the bubble or conjunctiva seen in vitamin A deficiency. Just to show you, that is all. Keratomalacia, this is a dangerous condition. Okay, the treatment is difficult here. There is a chance of 99%, 90%, 99% blindness. Keratomalacia followed by blindness. Okay, and so that is all.